On today's wrestling news, 3 members of WarGames are injured and out indefinitely.
A WWE legend has been confirmed for Saturday night's main event.
We've got some brand new WWE TV shows.
And we've got the latest on a potential Bloodline member's WWE status.
Are you ready? Are you ready for the news time? Yes, my name is Phil Chambers. I'm joined by Gareth Morgan to talk all things wrestling news, with a dog woofing somewhere in the background. But first up, WarGames lived up to its name that last weekend as 3 members of the WarGames Bloodline, the Bloodline 2.0 team. 2 members of the Bloodline 2.0 and 1 member of the Bloodline have been injured and are out indefinitely. So this is Tungaloa has suffered a torn bicep, has already had surgery on it, but will be out, obviously, for a while. Jimmy Uso has suffered a broken toe in the match, and will be out for a while just as that fixes itself. There's not really any surgery you can do for broken toes. It just kind of got to fix itself. But Bronson Reed has suffered a broken foot, believed to be when he jumped from the top of the cage and CM Punk moved Roman Reigns out of the way and he just disintegrated that table into a million pieces. He has, according to PW Insider, they've got an update on him saying that he is scheduled for surgery sometime next week. But no word for the actual return dates for any of these people. It has been quite the messy match, it seems like. So yeah, 100% just get well soon to all of these people. We want them all fit and healthy before they return. There was news coming out earlier this week that the Bronson Reed injury specifically kind of meant that they pushed up the Drew McIntyre return early on Monday Night Raw, because they were going to continue the Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins storylines. And Bronson Reed was scheduled to be facing Seth Rollins in cage matches all through the WWE live show holiday season. So you can see why they've taken him out of a bunch of cage matches all over Christmas. But yeah, it's get well soon to all of these people. It's never great to be reporting on injuries, but 3 in one match is kind of ridiculous. Yeah,
it does very much sell WarGames as this horrifying thing where your body is not the same when you leave it. No, really, that is what happens. Have you seen, I don't know if I've just dreamt this, the video of the slow-mo of the foot when he jumps off and he's landed? Yeah, not fun. If you're a bit squeamish, maybe don't watch that, but that's
not great. Yeah, SmackDown had pictures of all their x-rays and things on it as well. They were probably going mad with these surgery things. It's it's not good. Don't try this at home, folks.
I think we're learning here, something as simple as a splash off a cage, after Adam Copeland and now this. Just it's really dangerous. And it was the same with Jimmy. Did Jimmy Uso break his
something
in the
as
splash
simple
as well?
as jumping off a 10-foot cage?
I mean, in the grand scheme of wrestling, where we see people do backflips off them and all the rest of it, that's the one that seems like the basic one. Nope, still very, very dangerous. Don't do it. Best of luck. Just best of luck in the recovery.
Good luck with
it. Hopefully they're back soon and just very healthy and just rest. Just don't go near any cages for a while and just rest. But they will hopefully return at some point in the future. And another big return that has now been officially confirmed. It has been talked about a lot. Has been rumored, reported that he was going to be involved with Saturday night's main event, which is a week away. Time, man. What is going on? So this person is Jesse Ventura. Yeah, that guy, the body. He had a bit of a conversation with Bill Simmons on his podcast. And it was really weird. It was just thrown in just right at the start, it's coming back. And I was like, well, what? Okay. And he does mention that I believe he's going to be doing all 4 episodes that happen throughout the year. He just said it's all said in a way where it's a bit that's going to be happening. It's all very throwaway. You're like, wait, but this is news, Jesse. What's going on? But one of his big quotes was, "It's ironic because it means my career has gone full circle. And here's the part I don't understand. They couldn't control me before. Why do they think they can control me now?" And his delivery's he's just brilliant. He's it's not gone away. He's still fantastic, and I'm just getting fired up. Obviously, it was a massive part of the original kind of run of Saturday Night's main event, and he was mentioning in this podcast as well. And again, it's something that's been hinted at a lot in all the promotion, whatever it is, like that they're going to go old school with this. It's going to be very nostalgia heavy, like the old school Saturday night main events. And he said that it's going to be a throwback with the classic look and feel of that 80s show. And he said there's not going to be an entrance ramp or lights, and the wrestlers are going to come through the crowd as they used to. That's what he was saying. So I don't know if he's just been told that as a throwaway thing and he's just like spoiling it, and I don't care, I'm Jesse Ventura, I'll do what I want. That's going to be interesting if that is the way they go. I can't really imagine a WWE show without much, like, I mean, I know they've minimalised the sets, but I can't really imagine one just without it altogether and they just come through the crowd. So if they do that, that's bold. Like, that's quite interesting. It's probably going to look awesome if the stadium, the Coliseum, is packed. Obviously, it's the Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum where this is going to go down, and it's super interesting. Like, he was talking about it throughout the year, saying that they've been talking again, WWE, since the regime has changed, and he was talking about signing a Legends deal with the company. It seems he must have if he's doing this, so I can't wait, because he was just, if you ever listen to just like the first 5 minutes of this podcast, he gets you so fired up already, and it seems like he's really passionate about it again, which is always great to see, and it feels like he wants to maybe finish his wrestling chapter in a different way and just on his own terms.
Yeah, a bit more of a positive light, I guess. He was always one of the people that you're like, well, he's never coming back. But now that Vince McMahon's out of the way and it's a new regime and a new WWE, it's kind of opening up all these doors for other people that you thought, well, that'll never happen, to start coming in and doing things. And this Saturday Night's Live event, main event, is like a perfect excuse to bring in some nostalgia with someone like a Jesse Ventura. And yeah, I'm just really, really looking forward to it. Cody versus Kevin Owens is going to be amazing, obviously. I'm really liking all the graphics packages that they've got for it, and the match graphics and things. It's all looking really, really good. So yeah, just thoroughly looking forward to it. See how they make it that much different, and how they make it stand out from the sort of normal TV programming. Very intrigued to see. But speaking of WWE TV programming, look at that. WWE and A&E are extending their partnership of programs that they're doing over there. So they have, well, first off, they're doing a new season of WWE Rivals, and they've said that 2 of the episodes are going to be Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior, and Seth and Roman are going to be another one. So there's going to be a few things in that. But they've also announced 2 brand new TV shows that are going to be as part of this WWE A&E kind of package. So the first one is WWE LFG. No, it doesn't stand for Let's Effing Go. It stands for Legends.
Literally.
Legends and Future Greats. Which...
What?
I mean, yeah, whatever.
They know exactly what they're doing.
Whatever, guys. But it's going to be some kind of like competition reality show type thing that follows rising talent as they kind of vie for a WWE contract. So I'm thinking like Tough Enough, but like with indie stars or something like that. So Triple H and HBK are supposedly going to be on it, but there's also going to be coaches of The Undertaker, Booker T, Mickey James, and Bubba Ray Dudley. And each week the coaches will like mentor the talent in weekly matches. So intrigued as to see what the hell that shapes out to be. Personally, I just think they should just bring back Tough Enough, because I really liked Tough Enough. Every single incarnation of it, I have a bit of a soft spot for. It was really great. But also, we're going to be getting WWE Greatest Moments, which is a bit more of a kind of look back on like specific moments within WWE, a bit like the WWE Rivals show. This one's going to be hosted by Michael Cole. It's going to be a half-hour show, and it's going to follow iconic moments in company history. And some of the guests that they've announced for that season is going to be Stone Cold Steve Austin, Hulk Hogan, and Kevin Owens, where they all kind of share vivid recollections and perspectives of the most like remarkable moments in wrestling history, supposedly. So WWE massively expanding this A&E partnership that they've got going on with some interesting programming. I guess feels like A&E is going to be like the new home of like the network originals kind of things, like maybe more of that kind of documentary style. They're going to be like shuffling around other places since the Netflix deal is going to be coming in. But yeah, it's just interesting times.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the A&E documentaries, and I think because we are so just immersed in this world, I never really feel like it offers that much new information for us. Like for people who are just general audience members, whatever it is, if they've just seen it for the first time, it could be really fascinating. They're really well produced. But in terms of like new information or anything like, wow, I didn't know that before. Yeah, they've not really delivered for me. So I don't know. We'll see what they like. The reality, is it reality or a game show? It's all blurring together. So somebody
LFG.
wins. The LFG, does somebody win something then? Is that right?
It just says that they're vying for a WWE contract, which is, so I assume someone in the show will win a WWE contract through it, which is kind of like Tough Enough.
Yeah, I like it. Just
call it Tough Enough. They've already got Tough Enough. Like, why LFG? It's like,
it's recognisable. It's a brand, and then you could just like, I don't know if they feel like there's some stench on it because it's never really like.
It's gone through a lot of weird iterations as Tough Enough, but I kind of just love
rehabilitate it. Like you've got the people. They've done it with other brands in the past.
Yeah.
Like
bring Hardcore Holly back. Let him beat up some more people.
On that note, moving over to another new WWE recruit. So, Hikuleo, I think that's how you say his name. I'm not good at pronunciations. It's not my skill. He has been signed, like reportedly, to WWE for a while now, and has not popped up on television. Like he joined after he left New Japan earlier this year. Obviously, he's part of the whole Bloodline family because his brother Tama Tonga and adopted brother Tonga Loa are obviously part of the Bloodline, the new blood. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tama Tonga is the adopted one. Not that it really matters, but there you go.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, fair enough, because there's a lot of family members, and I cannot keep track. I cannot keep track. So there we go. So yeah, at the end of the day, part of the Bloodline family, so looks like someone who's going to be a new addition and has just not popped up. So within the Wrestling Observer, Dave Meltzer has offered a bit of an update, bit of a status update, and within that he said, for those asking about Hikuleo, he's in the system, he's not injured, at some point he'll debut, most likely in NXT, but he's training. So it's looking like when he does arrive, he'll go the NXT route, which is obviously similar to the current tribal chief of the new Bloodline, Solo Sikoa. He did something very similar, and it works out pretty well for him. So see what goes down there. It could be like the Bloodline just expanding like their reach over WWE, like having somebody in NXT to just do whatever they want, do their bidding there, and then they'll find some way of justifying it. Whether they do just immediately introduce him as a new Bloodline member, or if he's his own character for a little while, and then when he comes up to the main roster, then maybe they could integrate him that way. So yeah, it's a bit of an answer, I guess, because it has been a bit of a mystery, because a lot of people thought it was going to pop up quite soon. Like, he's a former IWGP Tag Team Champion, so it was, it's felt very odd. Do you know what I mean? My brain's very muddled with it all, as you can tell by the way I'm delivering all this. It's like, I just thought we would have seen him by now, but clearly he must need a little bit more work to fit into the WWE system. Yeah, I'm assuming things there, obviously, just from the fact that he says he's training, but I don't know. It's one of those things you never know with WWE. There'll be various reasons. They might just not think it's the right time.
Yeah, I've been intrigued by this since since it was kind of rumoured that he was moving over there. I think everyone just assumed he was going to end up being like the 5th member of the Bloodline for WarGames, because it just makes sense. But I also can see that maybe this is the best route long term for Hikuleo, because like if WWE were just going to chuck him in that and he'd just be another member of the Bloodline, he might just get lost in the shuffle and never actually be able to figure out what character he is as a person on his own, kind of thing, before being lumped in this massive group with big personalities all around you, in like Solo Sikoa and like Jacob Fatu, like especially, and just kind of being lost in that little shuffle. So maybe this is the better way of doing it. I assume he was like the younger one of the siblings, so like not as experienced as the others, but at the same time, like even in the New Japan one, never like a super pronounced personality-wise kind of thing. Like never hugely stood out personality-wise within that system. So maybe WWE are trying to focus on that, let him figure out who he is as a character before they get him on TV. And just the potential of expanding this Bloodline story across NXT kind of makes a lot of sense. It's been a huge success. There's 2 factions of the Bloodline on the main roster. So why not get a sort of baby Bloodline on NXT as well and get some more stuff going on. So yeah, I'm just intrigued as to what happens with him when he appears on TV and how this is all going to shake up, because it's definitely not fitting what I think everybody's expectations were when that was kind of first rumoured. So yeah, I'm just intrigued by it, and I think at least if it shows them sort of taking their time with it and sort of figuring it out, it means hopefully better things long term for him within the WWE system.
Yeah, because we don't like people who are just getting brought up and they don't really have a plan. They're just wandering around the main roster, really.
Yeah.
It's like that's it's not good for anybody. So hopefully there is a real set plan, and we can see him flourish as a performer, because that's what we want of everyone, really. You get signed by WWE, want to fulfill their dreams and become everything they are supposed to be.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And speaking of fulfilling your dreams, whatculture.com/shop. You can buy all our merch and fulfill your dreams.
How did you know?
Now, there is links to things below this video in the little banner thing with like shirts and hats and hoodies and other stuff. So go buy a bunch of things.
Yeah.
That's all I've got.
Why not? Like, spend all your Christmas money on those, because it just makes sense. Like, buy them as presents for people, even if they don't like wrestling. It's just
even if they don't know who we are, buy them as presents. There's some good stuff in there, I promise. But while you're doing that, follow us on social media and send us pictures of you wearing all the new things that you bought.
Yes.
I guess. Follow me on all of the social medias at Fill My Chambers, and you can follow Gareth
at gmorgan04 on that X thing, and then at Gareth Morgram on Instagram, and then within that at fitness.focus.gm for all your fitness needs and that kind of stuff. I'm now a qualified personal trainer, so I will be like dropping a little online program thing at some point in the next couple of weeks. So if you're interested in just, I don't know, getting back in the gym terrifies you, whatever it is, like hopefully I can offer you some services, and we can just build a nice relationship with the gym, because the gym can be a fun place where, again, your dreams can come true.
There you go. Let everyone's dreams come true. What a beautiful day. Have yourselves a bloody good day, everyone.